If you'd like to know how I created this look, keep on watching. My inspiration behind this look is this look that I did from last year, and honestly, nothing's really changed. So let's cope together and translate this through the language of art. I cut my forehead shaving my face, so that's going to be a theme throughout this process. Surprise, surprise, I glued down my brows. What else is new? If you want to know how I do this, just ask me. I'll be more than happy to show you. I just won't show you now. Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in Original. I'm using this to prime my eyelids for makeup like my childhood primed me for the traumas of life. Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder in Universal. I'm using this to prime my skin and keep my oil production at bay. And that's a secret we're going to keep between me, you, and not the US government. Fenty Beauty Soft Lit Foundation in 100. I was debating between a white clown or foundation. Ultimately, I decided to go with the foundation because I'm going out to dinner and I'm going to be moving my mouth a lot and the foundation is going to be less likely to crack. And that's one thing I have control over, and if I can help it, I will. So I applied it all over my face like I would clown paint, and then I blended it out with a foundation brush. Maybelline Loose Finishing Powder in Fair. I'm picking this up with a powder puff and applying it only to my eyebrows because I intend on layering more foundation on top of it and kind of creating a sandwich to give that area fuller coverage. Huda Beauty Color Corrector in Cherry Blossom. I'm applying that to my dark circles under my eyes and blending it out because today I refuse to also look dead on the outside. Just inside is fine for today. House Labs Skin Tech Triclone Concealer in Fair Neutral. Going back in with the House Labs concealer and blending it out with the foundation to complete the mask I'll be wearing for society today. I'm using this damp beauty blender to even out the texture of my skin, pick up excess product, and just give an overall cohesive finish to my face. Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Setting Spray. I'm spraying that all over my face and then going back in with that damp beauty blender and repeating that same process over again. Layering on more concealer under my eyes because I want them to be bright like a diamond. Huda Beauty Easy Bake Cherry Blossom Cake. I'm picking it up with a powder puff and using that to set the concealer under my eyes and using whatever residual product is left on the rest of my face. Makeup by Mario Master Matte's palette in the Originals, and I'm taking a flat angle brush going in with this color and I'm going to trace out my eyebrows. And the goal is sad brows because it's all just so heavy right now. Going in with that same brush in my You Can Be Athena palette, I'm going to pick up this color and I'm just tracing along the brows I already made. We're going for Pink, Chic, Melancholy. The brows are such a small part of the makeup, yet they play such a big role in how we're perceived. At the time, it was really funny when I saw myself in the mirror, but now that I'm editing it, it's actually kind of terrifying. Blend Bunny Blends palette. I'm picking up the color Sunset and I'm going to tap it over the brows that I made to set that cream color into place so that it won't budge. It came out a little darker than expected, but it's within the same shade range and I'm not upset about it. Going back in with that House Labs concealer and crispening up those brows like Krispy Kreme donuts. Have you had them? Are they crispy? Going back in with that Sunset shadow, and this is going to be my transition shade. So I'm making myself like a fake crease and then I'm blending it out, and please don't mind the blue on my brush. I used blue eyeshadow once and it just like never came out, and it doesn't matter how many times I wash this brush, I don't think it's ever going to come out, so just know that it's clean. Now that I've placed the eyeshadow exactly where I want it to be, I'm going to go in with a blending brush and try to seamlessly diffuse the edges and blend them into my skin. And as I go along, I'm figuring out where I want to add more color, where I want to blend more, as I do with life. And somewhere along the line I realized this would be a really pretty blush color, so I picked up more of that Sunset with my blush brush and added some blush on. I copied that same process onto the other side. Ma'am, are we pink enough? I don't think so. I don't think it's pink enough. I think we need more pink. Picking up some white from my Athena palette, and I'm using that to make a really round and exaggerated cut crease on the inner corner of my eye. Picking up the shade Bubble Bath, and I'm applying it right where the white meets the pink as a transition between the two colors. Picking up some cream and sugar, and I'm packing that right on top of the white cream to set it into place. And then I'm going in with blending brushes to blend in the white with the blue and then the blue with the pink. I try my very best to copy it to the other side, and I try even harder to make it symmetrical. Does it ever come out that way? No. Am I a fool for thinking that one day I'm gonna get there? Maybe, but I always try to reach for the stars. NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk White. I'm using this to line my waterline. It was in fact not enough pink. I grabbed some more of that Sunset and I made myself a little clown nose, and then I blended it out. So I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do with my lips. So I thought, let me try to do like a heart-shaped lip. I picked up some of that pink that I made my eyebrows with from my Athena palette. Made 2 little heart bumps on my upper lip. And then I made a little point on my bottom lip. And then I set that in with some eyeshadow. And I thought, let me just see how I feel about this after a little bit. Wet n Wild Chameleon Chrome Highlighter in Too Serious. I was feeling like the makeup was a little too matte, so I wanted to add some shine. So I added this onto the whites of my eyes, my fake brow bone, and on the bridge of my nose. This Ouzo eyeliner was gifted to me, and I'm using it to create a thicker lash line and a wing to give my lash strips something to adhere to. These are the lashes I'm going to be using today. And I'm going to be using this cardstock to add multi-chrome lashes onto my lash bands. I guess I decided to install the bottom ones first. I kept it extra long to give it the clown effect. If you want to know how I made them, you can ask me, but I'm not going to show you right now. I did the same thing to my other eye, making sure to keep it centered. Picking up some Nevermore on a flat angle brush. I'm tapping it into my lower lash line to give my lower lashes a thicker appearance. Around this time, I realized I hate my lips, so I decided to completely get rid of them, start new. So I went back in with my Athena palette, grabbed that same pink that I used for literally everything else, and decided I wanted to do like a pink diffused lip. Milani Color Fetish lipstick in Petal. I applied it to the innermost parts of my lower and upper lips and diffused the edges with a brush to give an ombre effect. I applied my lashes. Milani Highly Rated Lash Extensions Tubing Mascara. I mostly just used the tip of the wand to direct the lashes where I wanted them to go. And she wouldn't be a sad clown if she didn't have some fabulous gemstone tears to go along with her look. And that was the last step of the makeup. This is what it looks like before I put on my accessories. And I'll be right back with my accessories. Here she is, so sad, so cute, so unsure of herself, so ready to go out to dinner. By the way, this was my birthday makeup. Let me know what you think of this look. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you also think life is a big fat joke? It's okay, it doesn't matter. We're all gonna die anyway. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I love you. Bye bye.